My heart claws at my chest, hiccups stuttering my breath as he insults, and small pieces of wood slice like paper cuts along my skin. Looking straight into his eyes, I search for a silver of the man I thought I knew, the man who I gave everything to. But he's long gone, or maybe he never existed at all. He's right, I am a stupid girl. Was du gerade gehört hast, ist ein Textausschnitt aus dem Buch Hooked. Das präsentiere ich dir jetzt, damit du das 1:1 kopieren kannst für deine Präsentation, die du dann in deiner Schule machst. Diese Präsentation wurde mit einer 2 bewertet, denn sie hatte zahlreiche Fehler, Rechtschreibfehler. Der Rest war super toll, das wirst du mir auf gar keinen Fall glauben. Und ich sehe gerade, ich habe das Bild ein bisschen verschoben. Das korrigiere ich noch später. Also, und ich präsentiere das Ganze auf Englisch, weil du wirst es auch auf Englisch präsentieren. What do we know? The guy who we are talking about is James. James is a very interesting character. First, he killed his uncle at the age of 18, which is an interesting thing to do. He also is a sadist, so he likes torturing innocents for entertainment. He is the mafia boss of America since he was 17, and by the time and now he is 24. He is traumatized by crocodiles and clocks, although this is only shortly explained. Also, his mom and dad are dead. His mom and dad are dead, as well as every other family member. Then we have Wendy, the other character, I would say the main character of this book. She has brown hair, and that's all. We don't know more about her. Or not really, because she does gossip a lot. That's why I come to the conclusion that she likes gossip. And this becomes very clear in the second chapter of the book, because oh boy, she does gossip. In the second chapter, the visuals of James get really well explained by some gossips from her and some friends. First, James is 6'4" tall. He is the jacked guy. He's the most jacked guy in the world. He has the dream hair, the dream blue eyes. He always wears a suit. Overall, just a perfect man. The book starts off pretty boring and some stuff happens, but the first meaningful encounter of the two is this one. Wendy works at the coffee shop, and there's a guy that's just there, existing. He didn't insult her and in any way, and she does not even care that he didn't insult him. But then James shows up with some people that are clearly not his security. And then he says something like, "Oh my god, did he just insult you? Don't worry, darling. My friends, which are totally not my security, will definitely not take him to a scary basement over there, and I'm surely not going to torture him to death in the next chapter. By the way, I've been stalking you for more than 10 years, and I know when you did go to the toilet the last time, where you live, where your family lives, what your name is, and that you work here. Would you like to go on a date with me, darling? Say yes or I'll murder your family." Which she responds with, "Oh my god, I would rather die than not go out with you." And then they go out with each other. The car is an accurate representation of the car James has. And they drive off. They drive to his $1 million yacht, which they then have a date. They joke about the Stockholm Syndrome, which is ironic. You're going to remember this is important. Here we get to know James' absolute master plan. Step 1. Seduce, sleep with, and impregnate Wendy. Step 2. Let the father of Wendy know that she's pregnant by his worst enemy and then kill Wendy's father. step 3, I don't know, maybe marry or kill maybe Wendy or something. So, why does exactly James hate the father of Wendy? Well, Wendy's dad, Peter, likes selling drugs and weapons, but Wendy doesn't know. He also owns an airplane company, and he killed James' dad along with 234 other people through a rigged plane crash, and James does know that, even though he was like L8 at the time. Then James completes the first mission. At the next day, they drive off together. Then Wendy begs for another date. James originally refuses, but agrees in the end. What happens next is pretty complicated, and the brother of Wendy is also involved. But we're going to simplify this, and this is just where we go. But they basically go on another date. Where they say, yeah, I don't like people who kill my best friend, which is great, understandable, right? Then James drives back to his yard to see one Then a security member tells James that his best friend got just killed by Peter, which makes James absolutely furious. Without thinking too much, he thinks that Wendy has helped Peter kill his best friend. So he orders his security to capture her. Then he throws her in the creepy ass basement. And this is the part of where the text passage was taken from. Here we also get to know some crazy facts. First, Wendy's blood relative brother is also James' blood relative brother. And there's a mistake right there. The most loyal guy in the mafia got his family murdered by James and wants revenge. Wendy's dad is actually also a mafia boss. What a surprise. And fourth, James fell actually in love with Wendy. Then a bit about the book. It has 312 pages, so it's rather short. It was published in 2021, so it's very new. It's a part of the Never After series, which was written by the author Emily McConaughey. She's a best-selling author. She has also other books that are from the same series: Twisted, Scattered, Wretched, and Crossed. She also loves romance. Is the book great? It has some pros and some cons. Like, it has an unexpected plot twist. Like, after this whole thing, like when Wendy's after this thing when Wendy gets thrown into a basement, stuff starts to happen. Like, it's unreal, and it is something different, nothing I've ever read before. But on the con side is also something that is very interesting. Like, the character, especially Wendy, are so stupid that it physically hurts. Like, really. Also, I'm not the target audience. I think this book is written for females in their 20s, when the hormones are kicking in, maybe also just the teens. And also, on a side note, James is... Now, okay, we start with Wendy. Wendy, with the brown hair, should actually represent a character from a very, very known series. She's Wendy. And James is actually Hook. So they look more like this instead of this. Thank you for your attention. Diese Präsentation kannst du dir gratis unten runterladen. Sie wird dir garantiert sehr viel Lob einbringen. Problem ist nur, du musst richtig krasse Bälle haben, um das zu präsentieren. Richtig harte Eier aus Stahl. die müssen absolut riesig sein, weil du musst das mit so einer Confidence rüberbringen, du musst einfach unglaublich confident sein, während du das präsentierst. Also es ist eigentlich free, wenn du das komplett mit Confidence machst. Abonniere den Kanal und aktiviere die Glocke, um weitere Videos wie diese zu erhalten, um dann dich auch weiter durch die Schule schummeln zu können.